for all you multi-talented, multitasking, multi-everything people out there. Take it away.
Find your glory, write your story, fearless feet will carry you. Time you own it, take your moment, be a fire burning through. Hustling from night until morning, grinding it out, it won't be long. Feel your power, it's your hour, you inspire, you are strong.
Enjoy your Zoa. No applause? You're all fired.
Now that you've reached the stage in your life where quality television is important, Nubian TV is a black network that speaks to your lifestyle. Nubian TV is the world's first digital network devoted to the upscale and political lifestyles of black people. Nubian TV's programming includes politics, travel, fashion, food, automotive, arts and culture, civil rights, music, and more. Watch now on Amazon Fire TV, Roku, or watch globally at nubiantv.net. Nubian TV, it's what you want to watch.
Come with me if you want to live a more delicious life.
Oh, maybe we should get in the van.
In this world, we don't get to control much. The past, male pattern baldness.
What geese?
Got one right now. The urge to pop that bubble wrap. But there is one thing we do get to choose every single day. What we eat. Welcome to the Sonic Department of Research and Deliciousment. We have everything you want, didn't know you wanted, and some things you didn't know were possible. Because we believe if you're not having fun, you're not living free. So come on, let's live a little.
Hey, good morning, America. Good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
Money! Are you ready? They are ready.
Covering the biggest events in the country right now.
There's a lot going on here.
It's always a good time. That's what the show's about.
That's good.
Really good.
Very good. Coming in hot. Jimmy coming in hot.
It's far from elementary.
Good morning, America.
I'm not going to try to strut like Michael or anything.
I have known George a long, long time.
Have you ever gotten him to dance?
Look at that face.
You don't just see it, you feel it.
I'm in.
I'm in.
I'm in too.
I'll be there.
I am here and so happy.
I'm in.
I'm in too.
I'm in.
That tells you something when Snoop Dogg's in. Michael, George, Lara, Ginger.
Caesar. Just look at him. Politician. General. Author. Ruler. Man. Legend has it, he's not only stared into the belly of the beast, he's had it for dinner. Here he's free to relax, or party, or relax, or party, or relax, and party. His is a world of opulence, excess, and the occasional impulse buy. Not one to rest on his laurels, he's famous for ushering in a new age of entertainment. So, for anyone seeking a place where the sun never sets on a good time, all this awaits.
I am Caesar, and I approve this palace.
Well, hello to you, and you. Welcome in, everybody, to another edition of Braylon Lee's Virtual Tour Live. So glad to have all of you here. Y'all, I early voted, child. I early voted. Go find out where you can early vote in your state and get to it, child, because November 5th, we're going to be live on tour, hopefully making some history. But we are here to talk about the Carlos King, Towanda Braxton, Shawn Hall interview. I have to tell you, it was quite thrilling to watch this interview. Of course, I have my notes. So many different thoughts swirling through my head, and we are going to talk about it all. Higher is weighing, low is available, but either way, we are live on tour. Let me take down this iconic intro here. You see the virtual tour background? Yes, you do. You hear virtual tour music? Yes, you do. And then there is me, and there is my Ohio voted sticker there. Hang on, let me take this off so you guys can wait. Is it straight? There we go. I think it's straight. There we go. So Ohio voted. So I am officially voted. All right, or I have officially voted rather. So let's do what we do with this. You know, this interview, I have to tell you, hey, Nikki P. Hey, gorgeous. Long time no see. It's good to see you. Hopefully all is well with you. Welcome in. Glad to have you here. Now, listen, I got to give it to Carlos King. I have to. I know we can't stand him for Love and Marriage Huntsville, but he did his thing in this interview. And as we're about to get into it with the notes that I gathered, this interview was so wide-ranging. I said in my thumbnail that I want a season 2 of the Braxtons, right? And as we get into this after show, the interview, I think you guys will understand why. So with that being said, here we go. So first of all, it started off with, you know, the preview of the interview. It was a little long-winded, just a little bit, right? So then finally it gets started with, you know, Towanda went to sleep with her ring and she could not sleep after getting engaged. She was like, so apparently Carlos and Towanda have been friends for a long time, right? And so then they get into Towanda being the villain of, it gets into Towanda being the villain of the Braxtons. And let me tell you something. Carlos did his thing on this. I have to give it to him. Now, can he do what I do? Oh, hell no. But in this, he did his job. And I have to give him his credit. I have to. But so Towanda is usually painted out as the villain, but Towanda said that was planted and based on who's around me, right? And so after a while, you know, when she said that, I'm just like, you know what? I do believe that, you know, for reality television, right? Because I don't believe that these reality stars are characters. Characters come from film. This is reality TV. They are not characters. They are human beings, okay? So any character analysis to me is just dumbass as content. What you gonna do? Not shit. But seriously, these are human beings. So I did feel that Towanda was very hard on Braxton family values, right? We really did get to see her personality a lot. And we only know what we know. So I really do like that in this interview, as we're about to get into it, we got to see Towanda's humanity. We got to see her softness. We got to see her light. And it goes to show we only know what we know, right? So social media was not as big back then as it is now, right? And so, you know, Towanda said there's a lot more opinions, a lot more bloggers, this, that, and the third. But also, too, for every negative person, there's a positive person that audience grew up. And I think, you know, nostalgia is a very tricky thing in the world of media because you can bring something back that is nostalgic, but yet if it's not good, then it falls flat on its face, right? So the fact that they brought the Braxtons back and people said they wanted to cancel it and stuff, I really thought, to me, I thought the season, although it was hard, I thought that it was actually a really good season. At least you felt something from the Braxtons, right? And that's saying more than Love and Marriage Huntsville, because guess what? I felt more understood by the Braxtons and their complexity than Love and Marriage Huntsville. If we really want to be real about it. Because guess what? The Braxtons are bigger than Love and Marriage Huntsville. I think we can all agree with that. Even the other side can agree with that. As much as they are dumbasses on the other side, they can at least form one brain cell to have a second of a thought. Right? So I will say that, you know, for the show coming back, to see the diversity of how everybody's growing up, to see how people go through grief, and to see how do you handle where you are in your adulthood while you're also trying to repair the past. I thought that was a great energy to the Braxtons, because here's the thing: we ask for reality, but yet we're not ready to receive it. And that's a real thing. That's absolutely a real thing. So, you know, Towanda doesn't think about or follow the negative at all. And you know, for everything that is in Braxton 25, welcome in, glad to have you here. For everything that, you know, Towanda, you know, said, for everything that Towanda could think of anything being negative from the people, she said, did anybody talk about how I was wanting to carry Tamar's baby? How I was there by, you know, Traci's side for her hysterectomy, or how I was there at Tamar's side when Vince was in the hospital. And it got to me, I'm like, damn, we really do jump too quickly. We really, really jump too quickly. And so, you know, the Braxtons are so relatable that Carlos, of course, added himself into the conversation. He has 9 siblings, and so, you know, he has 3 sisters, but the sisters call him the bonus sister. Apparently his dad doesn't like that. But Carlos said that Towanda seemed to be the one that everybody goes to, because for those of you who don't remember, Towanda was Tony Braxton's assistant at one point in time. So, you know, Carlos said that sometimes he's Towanda because everybody goes to him. Tamar because, you know, Wild One. And then Tony Braxton because he's the most known in the family. And Towanda had a really articulate point. She said, if I'm the most reliable, how can I be the villain? And that's facts, because villains should not be reliable. There usually are hindrances. So I thought that was a very, very, astute point. So so then after that, they get into the therapy session, you know, the first episode, the second episode, and the therapy session lasted 3 hours. Now, I told y'all that reality TV, sometimes they shoot 8 to 12 hour days, right? So from Carlos's, you know, point of view, it was 10 minutes because it was a part 1, part 2, but Towanda, it was 5 minutes, and she called it limited edition. Limited edition means it only happens one time, right? But that happened twice, so I don't think it was limited edition, but I did get what she was saying. And yeah, she was there for Tony, absolutely, as the assistant for sure. And then, you know, Towanda talked about the season 1 paycheck that they did pay her well, and she didn't want to talk about it because it was disrespectful. Now, I remember from the Carlos King interview with Tamar Braxton that Vince put up the money for the first season, right? So when Carlos asked, what about the paycheck now? All Towanda said was, which means, I'm not mad at, but it could have been a little more. So when it came to, you know, the Kardashians, because Carlos brought this up, and a lot of people said this, with the Kardashians getting, you know, I think it was like a $50 million deal from the E! Network and got a huge deal from Hulu. You know, Carlos King said, do you feel like you didn't get those deals because of being black women? And Towanda said, absolutely, you don't even have to finish the question. And I think that the Braxtons deserve those same bags. Because think about it, there was no other black family like the Braxtons, full of sisters. Right now, we had Run's House, and Run's House was a legendary show. You know, God is love, Rev Runner. He would be in the bathtub, doing his motivational thought in the bathtub, right? But we've never seen a reality show full of black women being so famous, but yet being so relatable. So I definitely do agree with that statement. And then Towanda said that greed externally held them back from bags. Now, who was there for Towanda except Trina? What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? Hey, Mr. Colton James, welcome in. You can give a little more context to hear it. But Towanda said greed externally held them back from bags. Now, I don't know if that is WeTV and the production companies and this, that, and the third, because she didn't say who externally, right? But internally is family, but externally is, everybody else. So I don't know about that, but that's what she said, that greed externally held them from bags. Or maybe it was, no, because she said that the bags didn't happen because they were black women, but she did say that. Then, they talked about once again why they wanted to do the show, and Traci wanted them to do the show. And I know that everybody said that that the show exploited, Traci's passing, right? But here's the thing. Let me see. I mean, who was there for Towanda when she was struggling both or something? Oh yeah, Trina, absolutely, yeah. Without question. For sure. And that was even shown in the season that they met up at this, I think Toast on Lennox, which was like a brunch restaurant. So yeah, that's very true, Braxton 25. So I get it, right? That people didn't want to watch because Traci wasn't there. I wasn't even going to watch because I'm like, okay, if Traci's not there, then what's the point? But as I watched the season and as I reviewed it here with all of you live on tour, I begin to realize that, y'all, I think they really wanted to do this for Traci. And here's the thing. No matter how they were going to come back, they were going to have to talk about Traci anyway, right? And Towanda has no regrets. And Carlos brought up the fact that people said that this show should have never came back. This should be the last season. And so when he was saying that, Carlos said to Towanda said that there are people triggered with this show being dark because death happens. And this was an interview where I don't think Towanda was fighting to, compel anybody to get them on her side. She lived into her truth. And she's absolutely right. Death happens. How can you be upset about death being covered on TV? And I know nobody's talking when people go to the Travel Channel and watch ghost stories 24/7. I'm just saying. And so Carlos then asked Towanda, what would Traci do? What do you think Traci in heaven is doing? And Towanda said, Traci's hugging everybody. She's hugging the family. She's hugging her fans. She's hugging everybody. And that this is real life. And so when it came to Towanda finding out about Traci and her esophageal cancer, she wasn't the first to know about, but she was in the congregation. She was in like the first group to know. And all that footage that we saw, y'all, it was approved by Traci before she passed. So for everyone saying that, they're exploring Traci's story, Traci approved the footage. And Towanda said something very articulate. She said, if you are not wanting the show to come back, but you're respecting Traci, you're disrespecting her wishes. And this felt like a real sister that was like, I will do this interview not to prove anything to anybody, but because guess what? This is who I am. Take it or leave it. That's the energy I felt, right? So, they talked about Kevin Sr., Kevin Jr., and so Towanda was like, how passionate I am about Traci. And so with the OG moment, talking about, Kevin Jr., Kevin Sr. not being on the show. Towanda said that she's a secret keeper and that there are many things that she knows about Kevin Sr. as a person that she would never give out. because she knows the weight of it is too heavy. And so, whew, man, that was, because imagine you are trying to drink your water, mind your black-owned business, and live your life, but this person that honestly cheated on your sister and disrespected his son, as we'll talk about here in just a little bit, and then goes on social media on a rampage. I feel Towanda. As much as I don't want to feel where she's coming from, I feel where she's coming from. Because it's just like, sometimes you need to thank God that it's not worse. Because just like God allowed that flood to come through and clean everything out, sometimes God knows how to bring some fire too. So there hasn't been any conversation with Kevin Sr. and Towanda. And then they talked about Scratchy. Kevin Jr. Scratchy was his nickname because growing up his voice was Scratchy, and how this happened was growing up Kevin Jr.'s voice was Scratchy. And so Michael Braxton, grandpa, right? He didn't know if Kevin Jr. could talk. And then one day Kevin Jr. Scratchy said, "Could you pass me, a piece of fried chicken?" And then Michael Braxton said, "This boy can talk." or rather he said, "This boy can talk." So I thought that was very funny. And Towanda, and I felt this energy from this season, right? Because I even said in the review that Towanda seems like a second mom. And that's what Towanda said, that when Traci passed, Kevin Jr. became like another child to her. And I know this, you could talk about, Towanda, you can talk about Shawn, you can talk about anybody, but mess with Braxton, Brooke, or Kevin Jr., Towanda will be like Liam Neeson. I don't know who you are. I don't know where you are, but I will find you and handle you. Okay? Because listen, I definitely get that energy from her. So then they talk about the video that came out with Kevin Sr. disrespecting Kevin Jr. by saying that you're the reason why your mom has cancer. So Towanda and Trina don't live in Maryland. And Towanda didn't say who captured it because Carlos King did ask that. The video was filmed in 2014. And, Towanda was surprised that it was captured. And so Carlos was like, "Did you feel vindicated?" And she said, "No, I didn't feel vindicated because it hurt my nephew." So, Kevin Jr. lost his mom, went through a divorce, lost his best friend, lost access to his kid. Like, he's got a lot going on. So I really could tell that Towanda, like behind the scenes, she really is that one to be the two to activate the thing. And so, Traci's, people were saying, exploring Traci's storyline is not gaining anything for Traci's family. And so then, Towanda said, "Who's not gaining anything?" And then Carlos says, "Who is gaining?" And it was a back and forth thing. And Towanda said, "Why would we do this if we couldn't do anything for Kevin Jr.?" Like, there was no breathing room in this interview with Towanda. She was so definite in her opinions. And I really loved the energy. And she said, Towanda said that all of this was for Traci. Nothing more, nothing less. And so, Carlos King asked, "Is there a second season?" And Towanda said, "I'm sure." And then asked Towanda, "Would you do a second season?" She's like, "Maybe, sure." But Towanda said this first season had to be for Traci. And then, Carlos asked Towanda, if there could be a season 2, what would you want it to be? And she said, "Let's just have fun." And she said the way that season 1 was shot was beautiful. It reminded her of a HBO show called Succession, the documentary style and the gravitas and the seriousness and the bravado of it. And so she said, "Let's have fun, but we can mix in with Traci, of moments of Traci rather." And so, Carlos asked, "Do y'all still have fun together? Did the sisters still have fun together?" And Towanda said the sisters have fun when we get together. And I could tell that maybe the sisters are not always around each other because they live in different states and stuff. And, you know, of course the dynamic changed, Towanda said in the interview. And so, hang on, let me see here. Kevin Jr. said it was filmed in 2014 and Kevin Sr. lied to get the pressure off his back. Oh, I know, the motherfucking piece of shit bastard. I know. Thank you, Braxton 25. Welcome in. Glad to have you here. I think this is your first time here. So yeah, you know, Carlos asked, you know, when y'all get together, did the dynamic, when y'all do get together, has the dynamic changed? Has the dynamic changed since, you know, Traci has passed and when y'all get together? Is there a different dynamic? That's what I'm trying to say. Am I rambling comes greatness? Just give me time. And so, you know, Carlos was like, you know, I miss you guys singing random songs like Touch the Fertile Tree. And, you know, Carlos asked, could y'all get back to that? And Towanda said something that was so... And I felt this through my soul, right? Towanda said it's challenging to sing any songs of the past or sing at all because there's a voice missing. And it is the awareness of her physical body not being here. Hey, Melanin Beauty, welcome in. Glad to have you here. It is the the awareness of her physical body not being here and her natural voice blending with them. And it really touched me. It really, really touched me because think about that. If you have been a part of a friend group, like there's a movie called The Supremes and Earl's All You Can Eat. If you have not seen it, please go watch it. It is on Hulu. It should have been in theaters. It should win Best Picture at the Oscars. It should get a reward. It was such a timely film. It was a time period piece film. But it had so many societal and topical issues of today, but it blended it in a way where there was an access point for everybody to relate. And I really related to that if you don't have somebody in your life, right, there is a part of you missing, you know? So I really felt for Towanda. I feel like she wanted to cry when she said that. And, you know, Towanda also said, you know, Traci would just say the most random things in the world. Melody B said, I miss Traci. Her and Tony were my favorite. The Braxtons were sisters in my head. Absolutely. For sure. For sure. And one of the phrases she said was, why write with a pen when you can write with a pencil? And Towanda was like, it did make sense back then, but when you sit down and think about it, it makes sense because with a pen, it's permanent, but with a pencil, you can erase and start over. You don't know the blessing of who somebody is until they're gone. It's sad that it has to happen that way. It's sad that it has to happen that way. But at least you have a chance to get it while you have a chance to be alive to get it. Then they talked about Mama E, Carlos, and Towanda. And Towanda said Mama E was happy that they did for Traci. And so then they talked about, you know, Tawanda's engaged. And then Shawn came in. Now, I remember Shawn from Braxton Family Values. Now, for all these new people that are saying, who is Shawn? I remember Shawn. Like, this dude didn't come out from nowhere. Now, I didn't know who Shawn was, but hey, welcome in Houston Foodie 1713. Welcome in, glad to have you here. Yeah, but Shawn has always been around. Like, here's the thing, y'all. Just because you don't know somebody on reality TV doesn't mean they just popped about the blue. Now, unlike Carlos King, who just finds, threads of the same spider web and just brings in different threads to make a show, the Braxtons have been around a long time. Okay, listen, they could go to the Grammys, everybody knows who they are. Carlos goes to the Grammys, he is another person in the room. Now, Carlos, I did give you your credit. But dude, like, let's be real. The Braxtons are bigger than you. Tony is bigger than you. Let's get that straight. Okay, you ain't that big. You big, but you ain't Tony. Forever in love for you. Come and love me forevermore. Braxton, you ain't that. Okay, you listen. But Shawn's been in the music industry for a long time and gave Carlos compliments. I was listening to the interview from over there, and you were asking great questions. You don't have any cards in front of you, and that you don't got a prompter here. You are just off the dome. And I have to agree, Carlos did his good job. He did his very, very good job. You remember when Traci went off on him, Towanda and David, because they were budding in their business. Absolutely, I remember that. Yes, I definitely remember that, child. Yes, indeed. So Carlos has been not Carlos. Ooh, child. I said Carlos for Carlos King, the interviewer, but Shawn. Look, child. Carlos can't even handle his own empire. I don't think he can ever do music. But then again, hey, listen, we all have hidden hobbies, you know what I mean? But that's neither here nor there. But Shawn has been in the music industry for a very long time and gave Carlos compliments. Like I said, that's where I was going with Carlos, okay? Shawn gave Carlos compliments, and they were well-deserved, right? So Shawn has worked with Lionel Richie, the Braxtons, Usher, Justin Bieber, Usher, 98 Degrees, Aaron Hall, Busta Rhymes, Pink, Escape, Tyrese, Dream, Robin Thicke. This brother has been in the game, okay? So people were asking who Shawn is, and so they were, Shawn was breaking down, what it was to be at the studio. That when you're in the studio, it's long hours. So you got the artist, you have the producers, you have the sound mixer and the engineer. It's long hours to try and bring out that voice in somebody. So you get to spend time with the artists and get to know them. And, Carlos said that he has friends in the music industry that, when that artist is in there trying to lay down track and put this on top of that and all that type of stuff. So they had a bit of the industry conversation, given behind the scenes, context to everything. And so Shawn says Towanda was trying to make love to him all the time. And they didn't know each other in a biblical sense. They knew each other in a secular sense and in a flesh sense, but they didn't understand each other in a biblical sense and a soulful sense. And I really like that, because I do agree that in order for any marriage to sustain, it has to be an investment into the person that you're with. It has to be a connection with the person that you're with. So 1992, they met in the studio. Towanda was in a relationship and Shawn was not in a relationship. And so Towanda had a boyfriend. Now Shawn, whenever it came to questions, Shawn would say Mr. King. Now, Shawn, listen, Carlos don't deserve that much damn respect, okay? I was a little ticked off at you about calling him Mr. King, because I'm like, child, listen, no. Look, Carlos would go into Burger King and would get a paper crown like everybody else. He would not get a royal crown like in London, England. He would not be that big. You don't have to call Mr. King. Mr. King is a sign of respect. Okay? Jesus. But that's a little nitpicky situation. But Shawn, let me tell you something. Shawn, brother, you are good in my book. Shawn reminds me of my uncles, my nephews, my cousins. He reminds me of men in the neighborhood that they did not play about their business, but they were about their business. Like Shawn was raised old school. And as we're about to get into Shawn in this part of the interview, that's why I named it the Carlos King, Towanda Braxton, and Shawn Hall interview after show, because I wanted to put some respect, love, and really just it really celebrates what Shawn brought, because Shawn, he reminds me of me. And I say that because, I was raised old school. And so sometimes you feel alone in you being raised old school, of opening up the door for women, paying the bill, making sure that you're about your business, disciplining your kids, being responsible for what you do. And so sometimes you feel alone in that. But Shawn made me recognize, like, there are still grown men out here that were raised like me. So I love Shawn. Shawn is fan. So if you come after Shawn, come after me. So, and same with Towanda. Carlos, he exists. But for this, I give Carlos his credit. So they reconnected. Towanda and Shawn reconnected in 1995. They were not in a relationship. And Shawn was in church a lot. And he wasn't sexually active because he wanted to focus on who he wanted to become, right? Let's see here. I have a different view on the way he came back into a crazy situation. He tried to help the situation. That's coming from Braxton 25. Thank you so much for that. So it never went there sexually because he stopped it. So they will always go to first base and second base according to Carlos Cade. Like, that was fine. So Shawn is Braylon Lee, okay? Because he said, listen, we kissed and I ate it like crazy. I'm like, brother, you did your shit. You was still a man. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Because, man, let me tell you something. When listen, when you lift up your head and say, listen, I'm not asking you, I'm telling you, lock them. What I said, fucking lock them. Me and Shawn are brothers, okay? We are brothers in Christ of realness, okay? So listen. And this was so funny. They were about to have sex, right? They're about to have intercourse or relations. And so, Towanda wanted it to fit, but he didn't want it to fit. So he was actually trying to not make it fit because he was really about his purpose, about, sustaining himself for his personal well-being. And it was a funny moment because, most of the time, the flesh what the flesh wants, right? But I appreciated the fact that they both could see the blessing in each other's vulnerability in terms of intimacy and also emotionality. I thought that was such a cute moment. So when Towanda said he didn't want to fit, which basically told me it fitted, and she wanted to, she wanted to be his roller coaster. Strap in, motherfucker. But anyway, so that was so funny. So then there was a debate of did they or did they not kiss in 1992. So it was some recording studios in Glendale, California, in the back studios and stuff like that. And so Towanda was like, I don't think we kissed. So it was a back and forth thing. And so, Shawn said all the Braxtons found Shawn attractive. Now we gotta ask Tony, we gotta ask Trina, we gotta ask Tamar. We can't ask Traci though, but I am sure that one of the sisters can, vouch if Traci thought Shawn was attractive or not. So, Shawn grew up in the industry. He listed some people that have been in the game a long time, and so they were seasoned, so they knew what not to do. They weren't any Hollywood parties like, wow, what is this? You know what I mean? And his mom was over the youth ministry, so that's how he's, had that church connection, right? But also too, and this is what I learned too, when you learn God for you, you don't learn God for your mama, for your daddy, for your sister, your brother, your uncle, cousin, nieces, nephew, and them. When you learn God for you and you have your own relationship with God, and you have your own movement in your faith for you, that is bigger than somebody else's connection because you're just trying to do it for them. So then 2015 was the Christmas album. And so Towanda will always ask about Shawn when seeing Shawn's family members. So then one day a family member, one day Towanda asked a family member, how is Shawn doing? And so then that family member says Shawn almost died. And Towanda was like, what? It was almost like somebody passed away to her. And so Shawn almost passed away in a snowboarding accident. But then the cousin said that Shawn was divorced. And she said, get him on the phone right now. I'm not leaving without his phone number. And so so Towanda said that the cousin said, guess who on the phone? And Shawn was like, no. And so Shawn said, verbatim, this is what his cousin said, right? Verbatim. Guess who walked in here with a strip of booty? Now, I laughed. Because see, here's the thing about old school brothers from the South and real men from the South. We say what's on our mind. Listen, if we see it, we see it. You know what I mean? What's that song called? And I told you I'll make you walk like this. Like, when we see that vibe, when we feel it, embrace it, it is what it is. So that cousin was like, hey, listen, I kind of hope that Shawn want to reconnect with Towanda, because I'm glad to connect with her. I felt like that's what the cousin's energy was when he said, look at who walked the hill with strip of booty. So then, Shawn tried to talk to her on IG, but for some odd reason, never happened. And apparently, his nickname was BB, but Towanda didn't want to reveal why. So then July 19th, 2015, they reconnected. So then, Carlos asked, Towanda, who is Shawn? And Towanda said that Shawn is a comedian. He's a provider in every way, financially, spiritually, emotionally, sexually, in every way. He's a leader. He's a dad. He's a papa. He's a father. And even though, Shawn did not contribute to the making of the kids, he is in those kids' lives, right? Now, Houston Foodie, 17, 13, you probably got an old school man in your family that is blunt just like that cousin was. Don't do me. And listen, I'm kind of old school myself, because I always have said, twigs make temporary campfires and logs make permanent fireplaces. So that's my metaphor for skinny women and thick women. That logs and thick women, they make fireplaces, and skinny women are twigs and they make temporary campfires. And so I said to one of my friends, like, if my nephew comes in, with, a twig, then, I may actually say the same. And my friend was like, Braylon, you cannot say that. I'm like, listen, I like what I like, okay? Down south, most men are married to thick women, okay? Listen, it is what it is. Of course, there are the few that are skinny. And I am not body shaming, so don't even get on to me for that, because we promote anybody, everybody over here that is doing good. And if you're doing bad, we drag you forward, so don't even get on me. Everybody got a preference, but that doesn't mean that you don't like people. Like, come on. So, so I understood what the cousin meant by his statement. But no, I appreciate what Towanda said, because I think a lot of times in life, what we fail to recognize is, are we going to hold ourselves back because we don't have who we want, or can we open up ourselves to getting somebody that we need that is willing to do that and then some, right? So they talked about Andre, and Towanda said that the prior administration. I'm like, damn, the prior administration? That's what it is. Okay. So, Carlos asked what happened to that, and she said the marriage died. And so, Carlos asked, did you have any regrets being married to Andre? And she was like, no, I had to marry Andre and get Braxton and Brooke. So 2009, they signed the contract for Braxton Family Values. In 2010, they filmed everything, and then 2011 it aired on WeTV. So apparently Andre does not co-parent, and Shawn is the parent. They co-parent because it's a blended family. So Andre has not been in the kids' lives for 6 years to 6.5 years. And my thing is this, right? Everyone's got the right to do what they want to do. And this kind of reminds me of the Marquis situation from Love, Marriage, Huntsville, of that, when you walk out on your kids, you don't get the right to come back unless you've earned that right to come back. Not even so much through your spouse, but through your kids. If your kids have given themselves to somebody else who wants to be there, you you made your choice. You made your choice. Made your choice. Now, I know that he or she who has an accident cast the first stone, right? Because we all are broken in some shape, form, or fashion. If you ain't, you lying. Okay. So I listen. 6 years to 6.5 years. At that point, like that's just showcasing who you really are, right? Because a real father would always find a way to be there, even if he's not there every day, even if he's got a new life and everything else. Still, there should always be a healthy co-parenting relationship. Hey, Helen, welcome in. Glad to have you here. Just revealing the Carlos King, Towanda Braxton, Shawn Hall interview. It was a great interview. We are in the middle of Shawn being a part of the interview now. So after that, they would have family meetings. Towanda, Shawn, Braxton, Brooke, they would have family meetings talk about their feelings. Shawn wanted the kids to be in counseling because Shawn didn't have a dad, and Towanda did have a dad, and that the kids, Braxton and Brooke, are maturing and they're seeing the choices, right? And so Shawn had to create structure and order, and not so much structure or order and discipline, but structure or order of like, hey, I am here. The order is, this is what I can do, you are you, I am me. And so apparently there were some things that were said about Shawn that wasn't true by Andre, and the kids know if they need anything, come to Shawn, that Shawn got them. And then they had a powerful conversation. Carlos, Towanda, and Shawn had a powerful conversation about, women with kids, right? Because, for some people, for some men rather, they believe that after, a woman and a man, divorce, that no man's going to want a woman with 4 kids or, teenage kids or anything like that. And so, Carl said we don't hear, about black men stepping up to pursue a relationship because that can be a fearful thing. And so Shawn said, basically Towanda was like, we're on the same team. That the kids are not disrespectful to you. They're not going to try to they're not going to try to turn on you. They're not going to try to turn on me. They're not going to pit us against each other. We are on the same team, and we're going to love. And that the kids were able to develop their own relationship. And, one of my friends, they asked me, why are you going after women with kids? I'm like, well, first of all, eventually I got to grow up, one. Number 2, not every woman, is single with no kids, right? So, I was born in 1994, so, we growing up, we were in the 90s, right? So, you gotta play your cards. Now, I will say this, I would not mind, dating somebody without kids either. You know what I mean? Because me and her will get spent all the time together. But also, too, you have to figure out what works for you. And I said to my friend that, my dad, stepdad, but he's my dad. I call him dad. And so, to me, I'm like, if my stepdad, who is my dad, could take on me, good, bad, and indifferent, and he could embrace me for all of me, then I can do that for somebody else. Because here's the thing, right? You should never be afraid to showcase your love for somebody. And guess what? If the kids come with it, then guess what? Somebody invested in you, you can invest in somebody else. Let's see here. He's doing interviews with Kevin Senior and Andre. Get out of there from Braxton 25. So basically, Helen, Carlos talked about how there are some women that, because they have kids, some men may not, step up to the plate to date a woman with kids. That's basically this part of the interview, right? And so Carlos asked Towanda, what do you say to women about, dating with kids, right? Or how do you go about a new man entering the picture? And Towanda said, if you don't check the kids, it'll be out of control later. Hey, Aries Girl Podcast, welcome in. That you have to check your kids now. Listen, he is here. Now, I know this is not going to be easy, but you're not going to disrespect him. And you also have to step back and let him be, right? And I do agree with that because my mom has always said, you know, a mom can teach her son how to be kind and how to be generous, and she can teach him the emotional, but a woman cannot teach a man to be a man. And my mom has always said it's one thing for a black mom to talk to her son, but it's another thing for a black father to talk to his son. And I never forgot that. So I understood what Towanda was saying. And so Shawn said that in order for that to happen, you know, within a family, you have to get to a place to receive good, that you are fully in control, that you're ready to let go, you're ready to embrace what can be. Because if you say, don't mess with him, that's my son, you're not allowing him to be the person that you chose. So I thought that was a very powerful conversation. Then they got to alopecia, because Towanda has alopecia. And so Towanda would have pigtails to hide the size, and she would have black gel. She would wear weaves and wigs. And so so she's got a scalp line. Somebody named Miss Claudine, I think, said that you need to come out with the scalp line and all that stuff. And so Lily ran downstairs and said to Shawn, so I have alopecia, and, you know, Miss Claudine wants me to, and Shawn was like, wait, run that back. That's what Towanda said. And Shawn was like, no, I'm gonna let you. And Shawn was like, exactly. I was gonna let her finish so we can get back to that. And so, you know, Towanda didn't want to cut her hair because she felt she would be embarrassed. And and Shawn said, you know, I was here ready to go, but the stuff you did say hurted him. And I feel him on that, but also too, that's her journey, right? And I get it. You know, if you're my friend, you're my friend. So I want to know if something's hurting you. But also too, I have to also understand that you need your time, your space, and you need to be in your own energy to understand what matters to you about that situation before you come to me with it. Because how you respond is how I'm going to respond in support to you. And Shawn just went natural because he would be making love to Towanda and be running his fingers through her hair. It just didn't work. So they had a cute joke. Carlos said, you know, y'all have the same barber. And Towanda said, he is my barber, so we can nip that in the bud. And Shawn just wanted it natural. So then Carlos said that Towanda is more confident in this look because of Braxtons. We really didn't see a confidence from her because she was more stoic and, you know, to herself, of herself and by herself. And so yeah, my question is, this is from him. My question is, they are quick to talk about women coming into the relationship with kids. You never hear of men and their children being accepted into the relationship. That's facts. That's facts. That is facts. But I think a lot of times healing in our culture and Black culture, there are conversations that we need to have that we ain't ready for. And usually women with kids are usually the first thing up before men who have kids. Because guess what? There are some women who won't date men with kids. And that's their right, because maybe they don't want, maybe they've had some trauma from that. Maybe they want to be selfish with all their time and, you know, be on their hustle. But I agree with that. So, but also too, let me just say this. I do believe you have to get to know people, in the words of Phaedra Parks, in their present form. Hey, my thoughts, welcome in their present form. So just because there are someone that don't want to take on that responsibility doesn't mean there's not a woman that doesn't mean that there aren't women who do, because there's some women that can't get pregnant, that they would just love to be a mom just to be a mom, right? Because they have that desire to want to give. So so then, you know, Carlos said that Towanda was more confident in this look because on the show she was restored to herself by herself rather, and you know, we didn't really get to see this side of her, and more confident in the look of her being shaved. And Towanda does look beautiful shaved, I will say that. And so then, you know, Shawn was committed in his heart when it came to, you know, wanting to marry Towanda. He was already committed in his heart. Now, during that time, as Shawn and Towanda were getting to know each other, Towanda was upstairs, Andre was downstairs, and there's this person named King Ladybug I think she's a hairstylist, and so King Ladybug, ran through Tawanda's hair. I think King Ladybug is a him. I can't remember, but I do remember King Ladybug came up. And so, Shawn, was already happy with his friends, was happy with his family, and he took inventory about how he was with Towanda every day because Towanda has a friend at the Pentagon and the friend at the Pentagon said something's going down, don't know what's going to happen, and it turns out it was COVID. But Towanda said, Shawn, can you come for a few months and stay with us? And so, Shawn has never, shadowed anybody before, has never shadowed before a woman that he was not married to. So this was completely new for him, right? So he's always had his own space. And he said, you need to have your own space or have a relationship. And I do agree with that. So, he started being in the kids' lives and started buying stuff and spending time with them. And so at that point, he was like, okay, if I'm ever going to get married to somebody, then I'm going to compare it to her. And that's how I'm just like, man, that's how you really, really, really know. And so then after that, Carlos said that he's witnessed Towanda and Sean counsel couples, and that they have a lot to give in relationships because they've given to each other as a couple, right? But I also too feel like the only way that they could give to each other is if they've invested in themselves as well. So, not Sean, but Carl said that both of you are life coaches. Now, I don't know if they're licensed like life coaches, but that's what Carlos said in the interview. And so then Shawn talked about how the moment came together for the show and talked about, how he talked to the producers and, people at the network, this, that, and the third about getting the moment together. But Towanda had no idea. And during all that time, it was 9 years before Shawn put a ring on it. But Towanda was content in the relationship because she was just happy with him. And people in Tawanda's life were saying, she is so happy all the time. She's smiling. And Shawn was like, no, she's always that way. That would make you. And her first would be like, no. Before you, she was not like this at all. So the wedding day is March 22nd, 2025. And so Towanda says she was the only girl in the family who never had a wedding. And she didn't even get proposed to because the ring that she got from Andre was, I'm giving you this ring because you deserve it. And I'm sorry, that's disrespectful. I am so really that would almost be like, I'm taking you to Walt Disney World because you deserve it. Now that's something that you say because you deserve it. But a ring, no, a ring is a commitment. I don't know what's going on. So they talked about the wedding size, about how it could be 400 people. And so Carlos talked about Jennifer Gold and how they had 40 people, and then Nene was about 200 people. And so Shawn said Nene, and so then they got into the reason why Towanda wanted a big wedding. Like I said before, she was the only girl in the family who never had a wedding. And so, Towanda was helping everybody else get married, but she was never a bride. So always a bridesmaid, but never a bride. And they also got married in a courthouse. Exactly. I was about to get to that as well. They got married in a courthouse. So it really wasn't everything that she wanted. Now, Shawn wanted a small wedding. So then they talked about how many people was going to be because, Shawn is a record producer. So his publishing is and then it ended with a light note of Carlos being invited to the wedding. So we did that in 1 hour. 1 hour and 17 seconds. How about that? That was good. All right, y'all. Bye. No, I'm joking. I'm gonna drop the link if you guys want to come on up. That was a smooth hour. Like I said, I'm gonna turn my camera now because we've done the whole show for over an hour. Yes, we have. I really did enjoy this interview. I really did. I think if they bring back, I want to see more of Shawn and Towanda. I want to see more of the fun side of the Braxtons because I do believe that there is something here. I genuinely believe that. And Carlos, you did your job. I have to give it to you, brother. You did your job. Can't nobody say nothing different about it. Now, with everything else, it's questionable. But with this, you did your thing. So yes, indeed. And by the way, y'all can let me know in the live chat, how did I do with my review? Did I review everything? Did I forget some things in the review? Did I go too hard? Did I go too soft? Y'all let me know what y'all thoughts and my commentary was on the interview. Like I said, I didn't really expect anything from the Braxtons because the show went off the air. But really, this is the first interview after the season has wrapped. So I'm like, okay, this is a very pivotal interview that needs to be reviewed. So, and plus we review Carlos King and Tamar Braxton too. So. 18 people in the building watching. Thank you all so much for being here. Appreciate y'all. That is the link right there if you guys want to come on up. Glad to have all of you here. And yes, that is the Bellagio fountains behind me there. Beautiful fountains, aren't they? But yes, indeed. Woo. And by the way, we had a fun time this morning, didn't we? On the morning edition of Virtual Tour Live. It was a great, great time. A fabulous, fabulous time. I think this morning we let's see, what did we talk about this morning? This child, we do so many of these shows together. Yeah, so we talked about McDonald's, Denny's, Frontier Airlines, Akron University, Diageo, Raven-Symoné, Epic Universe, and Idris Elba. We talked about all that this morning. So if you missed it, go back and watch it right now. Well, not right now, obviously. Hang out here with me and all of us, the legendary tourists, the Awards Legendary Outfits, the Virtual Travelers, the Virtual Tour Family, the Awards Lisa W, the Tour Fam, and the Awards Nikki News and Narcissism, her tour sisters. So, but after this, though, go on over and watch that. It was a good time this morning. Good time this morning for sure. So, and y'all get out and early vote. I will be doing a live election watch party here leading up to the result, whatever the result is. We're praying for the right result, y'all. So please, for the love of God, go vote. But yes, indeed. So. Yes, indeed. How was the rest of y'all day today? Hopefully it was well. Oh, man. Hello, man. Like I said, tomorrow is Thursday. I will be I'll be off from YouTube unless something happens in the culture that needs to be talked about, and then we'll go live on tour and talk about it. But I'm usually off on Thursday, so I will probably watch RHOP, and then we'll probably review it Friday at 6 p.m. So, because it seems like y'all really want me to review RHOP. Like, literally, the results on the channel right now, let me let y'all know the results on the channel. The results on the channel right now is 82% RHOP, 18% Tia. And then right now it looks like y'all want me to start at 8 p.m. for the election night watch party. So that's what it's looking like. So 56% 8 p.m., 44% 6:30, and nobody wants me to start at 6. So that's where we are on the polls. So yeah. Today was a good day, Helen. I'm glad. Yeah. What did y'all find the most interesting in the interview? I want to hear from y'all. What did y'all find the most interesting? I mean, it really was such a well done, well versed interview. It really was. Like it. I feel like, and you know what? I'm gonna come on camera and say this. Okay, I'm gonna come on camera and say this. Now, y'all, don't get mad at me for what I'm about to say. Okay. I feel like Carlos King did a good enough interview where WeTV could utilize it to start to find the beats for season 2 of the Braxtons. Carlos King helped out the Braxtons on WeTV. I said it. Hashtag don't at me. Don't at me. It was a good interview. Okay, back off camera. Okay, listen. I wanted to put in the thumbnail, but I'm like, no, I'm gonna save that for the live. So please, don't at me. But yeah, it was really a good interview. And also too, it went to show that blackness is a spectrum. You know, the black person that you are in your youth is not the same black person that you are in your adulthood. And I love the diversity of how they explored anything and everything that mattered to them in that moment. You know what I mean? So it really was a well done. It really was. So yeah, WeTV, get on season 2. Let us see Shawn and Towanda, and let us see the fun side of the Braxtons. Let's see more life. Let's see more of the good. Of course, you know, if it's drama, I mean, it comes apart reality TV, but let's see more of that energy from that interview in season 2. Because I will be here for it. I really would. Wait a minute. I didn't see this interview, but Carlos does a really good job promoting any show that he isn't connected to. Shay, no shit. That is true. And here's the thing, right, y'all? Like, when it came to the reality with the King tour, I knew that the millimeters were going to make it do what it do at Stand Up Huntsville. I knew that was going to happen without question. Okay. Because we all know the reason why it sold out was because of Melody and the Millimeters. And I ain't gonna pretend it was Carlos King. We're just not gonna do that. But I also knew that was going to be a given for the Love and Marriage Huntsville franchise. Out of all the stops, there were, like, I think Teresa Giudice and then someone else from the Housewives franchise, and then DZ. But I will venture to say that I believe that the Huntsville tour stop with Melody was a way bigger, way bolder, way better live show than the Love and Marriage Huntsville DC ladies. Just saying. That's my opinion. Take it or leave it. I can really give two damn sucks for ish about it. But I knew that the biggest day that was going to sell out was for Tamar Braxton, because the Braxtons were coming back, and that would be the first time in an interview that the Braxtons will be talked about publicly. So Carlos did his thing, and Carlos got to be a part of the Braxton season 1. So it only made sense that he would interview somebody from the Braxtons for the ending of everything. So, but yes, but no, Carlos did his thing. I give it to him. After the day, listen. I'm back on business tomorrow, but today on this live, I'll give him his credit. But yeah. So if you get the chance to watch an Aries Girl podcast, and like I said, I hope I did a good job of recapping the interview. At least I think I did. But it's one thing for you to hear it from me because I know you love me, you care about me, you embrace the content that I create. I appreciate that. But I promise you, it's another thing to see it because for me to be this exploratory, this diverse, and this wide ranging in my commentary, I could not have done what I've done if the interview wasn't good. If the interview wasn't good, I would not have been able to give as much commentary as I did. I mean, we ended it in 1 hour. 1 hour and some change. That was a full hour. And usually I give y'all a full hour of me on camera anyway before I turn my camera off. Unless it's something I child, if allergies are up, then I'm not gonna come on camera and be sitting there hawking it right now. But it really was a good interview. But yeah, so. And honestly, too, y'all, we don't know the Braxtons got season 2. So until the Braxtons come back, this is the closest Braxtons content that we're gonna get. So, listen. Yes, indeed. Braxton 25 and Houston Foodie 1713. Welcome in. Glad to have y'all here. I think it's y'all first time here. Welcome in. Glad to have you here. We are just chilling out, y'all. Glad to have you here. But yeah, so. And by the way, y'all, I think coming soon should be since we're talking about reality TV and stuff. I think the Bravo Miami event should be coming up soon. I don't know if it's past or not, but we talked about it here on Virtual Tour Live. But it's happening. Let me see. Bravo Miami event. Okay, yeah, so Saturday, November 23rd is Bravo Fan Fest in Miami. So they are having that this year because BravoCon is canceled. So I am sure I don't know if Rohop will play out to BravoCon, but child, from the way I'm hearing about this season, it definitely will be talking about BravoCon next year. And also, too, I don't know why, but I just got a feeling that maybe the first preview of season 16 will probably be at BravoCon for Real Housewives of Atlanta. I see them dragging it out. Because think about it, like the intrigue is so huge that this is almost like a game of hot potato, right? That, the more you can keep the hot potato, passing around and it being hot, the more that people don't want to drop it, right? Because if we drop it, the excitement is over. Oh, awesome. Well, I hope you are enjoying it over here. I did the Tamar Braxton Carlos King review. And I did the Carlos King Tamar Braxton interview review after show. And I think I remember a fan saying that they really liked the review because you were fair and impartial on it. I mean, I called out what needed to be called out about Tamar, because Tamar does things to be called out, but it was a good interview for what it was. But I will say, I think I understood more in this interview than with Tamar and Carlos, because with Tamar and Carlos, they were in front of a live audience, and so it was for Reality with the King podcast live tour. So it was more of entertainment, and sure, they touched on serious subjects, but they didn't really get into it like Towanda and Sean did. I felt like there was more of a more of a serious tone to this interview than Tamar's interview. If you saw Tamar's interview, I hope I'm making sense. So yeah, when I say I'm a student about media, I'm sensitive about my ish, and I pay attention to everything. I really mean that. So. Let me see something. Well, like I said, I hope that you are enjoying the show, Houston Foodie 1713. Are you like a I'm only asking this because of her username, y'all. You like a content creator? You like do food reviews and stuff in Houston, or are you just you say you just like food? Either way, I'm fine with it. Man. Let's see here. My thoughts. How are you doing? Hopefully all is well with you as well. And like I said before, shout out to Queening in the City. That was a great time with Queen Sheba, kicking it with Courtney, Millie Chun, Aztec Noir. That was a great time. It was a really good show. I hope to see more coming. Hopefully we'll see more coming soon. Yes, I'm enjoying it. I'm a fairly new creator on YouTube, but I'm on Instagram doing food reviews. Oh, okay. That's what's up. I do not do food on YouTube. Oh, okay. Yeah, I was watching Damon Drop's super awesome food reviews on YouTube. But yes, indeed. But yep. And by the way, y'all, please go vote. I early voted today before I got on tour with all of you good people. Very easy to early vote. Just have your ID. Or your driver's license, and give your address, and then make it do what it do. But yes, the 14 people in the building. Glad to have all you here. We reviewed the Towanda Braxton, Shawn Hall, Carlos King interview, and it was a good time. Very, very good interview, and Carlos can hang his hat on that one. He can hang his hat on that one. That was a good. Let's see here. I started doing foodie content on Instagram when there began to be a push for reels and people start talking on camera. Oh, I got you. Okay. Yeah, I always I gotta give food reviewers a lot of credit because man, it's not easy. You know what I mean? Because for foodies, you gotta, first of all, you gotta tell about the food, then you gotta give your reaction, but make sure it's genuine, but make sure you're not doing too much or too little. I mean, it's very complex. Well, not complex like surgery complex, but to keep that energy up. I would have to say, if I could, one of my favorite shows is Cutthroat Kitchen on Food Network. Oh my God, that show is so good. It is so good. It is so good. Because the diversity of that show is so amazing. It really, really is. Because like, you have to figure out how to cook with hindrances for the whole show. You know what I mean? So let's see here. It's complex. It's complex, time-consuming, costly. In the beginning, I love food and food content, but I've been trying to find a way with YouTube. Currently do true crime-ish and celebrity stuff. Doing okay so far for a beginner. Okay, well, hang on. Let me subscribe. Let me subscribe real quick. Hang on. Oh, child, you're doing good. You're almost there to 2K, child. You're doing real good. You're doing real good. Hang on. Do you mind if I show you? Do you mind if I show your channel on my channel? If not, it's okay. But always try to promote content creators because it takes all of us to be somebody. You know what I mean? So, no, she's doing really good, y'all. She's almost at her 2,000 subscribers. Oh, it's no problem. No problem at all. Okay, hang on one second. I'm going to show y'all her channel here. So this is her channel here. And she also got an exclusive with Ernesto Williams, Kentucky victim there. Okay, that's what's up with that. Oh, you've been covering the Nesto stuff. Okay. You've been deep in it. Nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with it at all. And child, let me tell you something. That Nesto, woo, Lord Jesus, child, listen. Ooh, that is a deep web, child. That is deep. I covered the Nesto trial. Well, I didn't cover the Nesto trial, but remember when they did the Steve Harvey morning show, Strawberry Letter Live on the Steve Harvey morning show? I did that live. Hang on, let me show y'all the thumbnail for it, because man, listen. That was a smooth one right there. Hang on. We do Steve Harvey. Okay, hang on. So here it is here. I'm going to zoom in on it. Okay, so y'all see that one right there? Y'all see that thumbnail? Y'all ready? The mic is hot. Listen, I thought that thumbnail was so damn smooth because listen, you got the crew there, you got the smoke, and then you got the mic. I was like, y'all ready? Hashtag the mic is hot. Because listen, it was on social media for so long, and then it finally got to the point where the Steve Harvey Morning Show had to talk about where, Steve said, my life has officially become a real strawberry letter. And man, that one was a good time, that video right there. So if y'all want to review that or watch it for fun, it's right there. It's an hour, 52 minutes worth of content. It's not going to take too much of your time, but trust me, I go through every single thing in that strawberry letter child. But yeah, but no, very good though. Very good. Very, very, very good. Let's see, how can I do about this? Hang on. Okay, let's see. Oh, hang on, y'all. Oh, and there I am with my notepad. Hang on, try to. Oh, you know what? I got it now. Okay, hang on, let me zoom back out. There we go. Okay. The technology can be fun sometimes, right? But yes, indeed. So yes, that is Houston Foodie 1713. So I'll drop her link in the chat. Thank you so much. Listen, I did not realize how much thumbnails are art until I started really playing around with it and got some mentorship and some guidance on how to do this thing. And yeah, so it's definitely an art form. Like I said, whenever you see my thumbnail, of course I'll have like all the destinations in it. But then if you look at what's in the thumbnail, I always try to throw something funny or throw a clue or throw something in there that's gonna be like, damn, is that what he really thinks? You gotta wait to see the show. So no, that's her channel there, Houston Foodie 1713. Almost at her first 2,000 subs. Let's get her there. I got 2,000 myself, so I'm sure we can get her there literally by tonight. I'm sure of it. So much love to you, Houston Foodie 1713. 1713, thank you. Your voice grabbed my attention when I clicked. Aw, thank you so much. Listen, it's funny, my voice. I had a person say that I was white sounding before. I'm like, this is just how I talk. But then I had people, say it's a radio voice. I've had people say you have an old soul. My voice has been talked about so many different ways. So thank you so much. I appreciate that. I appreciate it. And listen, it was a good review. It was a very, very good review. Well, not good. Well, my review was good of this interview, but it was a good interview with Towanda and Sean Holland. So I wish them nothing but the best. I don't think they'll have many more kids, but then again, they've been having sex, so they might be, they might have a child. That cousin though said, "Look, guess who walked in here with this stripper booty though?" I'm like, "Cuz, you can't say that. You can't say that about a woman." And what? What you gonna do about it? Oh my Lord! Thank you, Aries Girl Podcast. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Yes, indeed. We try to support each other over here in this sector. Yeah, we do try to support each other here in the LAMH sector. But over here on Virtual Tour Live, as long as you're good people, you move a good energy, you give good energy, we're about it over here. So. I mean, listen, the cousin said that she has stripper booty. So, I mean, listen. Somebody give me some toilet paper. She said, Towanda said that she has relative pitch. I bet you that. Listen, I bet you that voice kid hit some high notes. You know, he is a music producer after all. I'm sorry. It was right there. What did y'all want me to do? It was right there. Y'all. What was I supposed to do with that? What was I supposed to do? Okay. She said that she had relative pitch in the interview. And then Shawn said that she's a music producer. They can create music together, this is album 1. This is our first child. This is album 1. This is album 2, and then this is album 3. We have about 2 to 3 recording sessions to make this one album. Oh, adult humor, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my God. Okay. Nine people here in the building. Thank you all so much for being here. Like I said, if you guys want to come on up and hang out with me on anything that you heard in the review, feel free. Or if you want to just come up and hang out with me, just give your thoughts on anything that's on your mind, feel free as well. But either way, thank you for being here. Or if you can't come up, participate in the live chat. But thank you all for being here. All right. Yes, indeed. How long have I been doing YouTube? So I've had my account since 2013. So I've always been on YouTube, but I started creating content only about a year ago. So I do videos here and there. I just recently did a video at this Love America Huntsville Center that got like 10,000 views. It was a viral video. It was a viral video for this sector, I'll say that. But the live streaming content I did about a year ago. And, basically what we do is we take you on a virtual tour to the highest destinations that people are traveling to. Just like you would go to a museum for a tour, you'll go to Disneyland or Disney World for a tour, or studio tram tour, because I was trying to find a format that would work for me on YouTube. And I thought Tosh.0 and Ridiculousness, those are two web comedy shows, but they were hosted by white people. And they were about, the comedy of the web. I'm like, okay, I'm not funny, but I am soulful. I do have things to say. And so how can I take Tosh.0 Ridiculousness and make it my own? So therefore, Braylon Lee's virtual tour. So Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok are all continents in this virtual world social media. So I'm taking you through the virtual streets to the destinations that you guys were traveling to on social media. And that's how virtual tour came to be. So very proud of it. It's one of those things where you don't know a concept will work until you try it. But when you have people saying, we're on tour in the chat, then it's like, okay, everybody got it. So. Yes, indeed. 11 people in the building. Thank y'all so much for being here. Like I said, I know that right now, in terms of television, I know that Real Housewives of Potomac is back. The Braxtons are on hiatus until we hear that they are renewed. And then, of course, Love and Marriage Huntsville's coming back on November 2nd. Honestly, tell you the truth, I really feel that more people are ready for the reunion than the season. That's what I really feel like. I feel like, with Love and Marriage Huntsville, we've seen everything that we need to see. There ain't nothing new that we need to see. I think we just skip to the reunion. Like, if they just aired the reunion, I think we will all be fine. I really do. I think we'll all be fine. You know what I mean? So. I have not watched TV in months. I will have to catch up with my viewing. Yeah. Yep. It's weird. I think being a content creator, sometimes you can get desensitized, I guess. Yeah, I think you can get desensitized. Because you're doing so much in terms of content that you don't get the chance to really breathe anymore and just watch TV for watching TV. But I had to rewind what you said. That's cool. Oh, okay. That's what's up. I don't know why I said it, but because I say so much stuff. I really do, child. When's the next 3 with the T? Good question. I had to talk with Sassy and Lil Paulette and the gang to see, because we sometimes do both. We try to do 2 shows a week, so I gotta feel it'll probably be maybe Thursday or Friday nights. If we do a bonus one, of course, we'll do one Sunday as well. But yeah, so. But yeah. By the way, Houston, Foodie 1713. Did I say something about like reality TV, or what did I just say? That was cool because because like I said, after I review the show, Tosh Porno, yes, Tosh Porno, yes. Yeah, that show was quite interesting. I loved it for what it was. And I just thought to myself, like, how can we do that for Black people? You know what I mean? Because I don't think there's a web comedy show for Black people. But I wouldn't call Brainley's virtual tour live or Brainley's virtual tour the brand like for web comedy. I would say it's more for social commentary than anything else. I mean, is there comedy in virtual tour? Brainley's virtual tour, live and virtual tour, the brand? Absolutely. We laugh over here all the time. But yeah, so. And by the way, if y'all don't know what 3 with the T is, it is a show that I do with Sassy TV and Lil Paulette and the gang. And it goes a little something like this. Roll it.
To the scene, it's 3 with the T and we ain't keeping it clean. Sipping hot, pinky out, you know what I mean? Sassy T dropping bombs, get ready to scream. Little Paulette, she in between like the middle sister or the referee. Last but not least, we got Braylon Lee. He in the mix, taking us on a virtual spree. Love, laugh, talk, it's a whole new reality. Get ready for the vibes, cause this party's a masterpiece. That's right, it's 3 with the T. 3 with the T. And if you wanna be no. And if you wanna be no. And if you wanna be like a middle sister, and if you wanna be no. Hey, it's party time. Welcome to the scene. It's 3 with the T and we ain't keeping it clean. Sipping hot, pinky out, you know what I mean. Sassy T dropping bombs, get ready to scream. Little Paulette, she in between like the middle sister or the referee. Last but not least, we got Braylon Lee. He in the mix, taking us on a virtual spree. Love, laugh, talk, it's a whole new reality. Get ready for the vibes, cause this party's a masterpiece. That's right, it's 3 with the T.
That is our show there, 3 with the T. It's basically 3 best friends catching up about life in life. That's why I would say that the show is, if I had to give you a 1 sentence overview of what it is, right? And Sassy, she's the nurse of the group, so she's got all the medical tea. Then you got Lil Paulette and the gang, she's got the political tea, and the cultural, the societal issues tea. And then you have me that's got media and entertainment tea. So you put those 3 types of teas together, and you put all of our personalities in a live. It is something to behold. Now, I will say, it's one thing to watch the replay, but I promise you, if you have never joined us live for a 3 with the T, you need to join us live because it is a whole experience. It really, really is. So it's a good time. But yes, indeed. OMG, my 1-year-old is about to break a hip dancing at this music. That's funny. Six people in the building. Glad to have y'all here. Oh man, October is almost over, y'all. And by the way, y'all, if y'all do see blue buckets, so Halloween will be October 31st. So if you guys do see blue buckets, that is a child that has autism or a disability. Okay, so please be sensitive, be open-minded, and be understanding. Okay, so if you don't know what a blue pumpkin is, that is for children with autism. Okay, so I just wanted to get that out there. So thank you very much. Yeah, it's Lil Paulette and the gang made it up, and made up the lyrics, and then Sassy added the visuals, and then I approved it. So yeah, no, it's a good time. And then this is the intro to my show. Now it's not that dynamic, right? But then again, it is dynamic. So when I come on, all I do is put that up, and that is our intro. As you can see, it is that's our virtual car. So when I say hire is way low's available, but either way, we are live on tour. We get in that car and we go on the highways and byways of the possibilities of what can be of this thing called life. And so it's a good time. It's a very good time. So whenever you see this, you're usually going to get this. You're going to get that nice night riding music, and then you will get a very nice background like this one. So and a good time I had. So yes, indeed. Yep, just chilling out here. People, thank you. All right, Aries Girl Podcast. Much love to you. Y'all like, comment, share, subscribe to Aries Girl Podcast. Thank you so much for being here. Love you as always. Talk soon. Yes, indeed. We're just chilling out here, y'all. We're riding to a 2-hour show at this point. Yes, yep, we are just chilling out, y'all. We reviewed the Carlos King, Towanda Braxton, and Shawn Hall interview. It was a really, really good interview. Very, very well done, and definitely enjoyed. Definitely enjoyed myself for sure. Now we are just chilling and resting. I think when Tay Talks is live, I saw Caramel Rail live. I saw Tea Talk with Your Girl live as well. Lovely T is live as well. So many people live, and we're just over here chilling. Like I said, last night was so much fun. A 7-hour live, y'all. Jesus Christ. It's been a while since I did one of those, but it was fun. We stopped by the Gossip Girls. That is when Tay Talks. Brown Skin Girl dropped the mic. They played my video, said some nice pleasantries about me. I appreciate all of them in the chat so much for that. Then we went over to Sassy T for the 803s chat, hanged out with her for a little bit. And then we saw Queen in the City with Queen Sheba, Darling, kicking it with Courtney, the Courthouse, Millie Chun TV, and also Aztec Noir. And by the way, Aztec Noir is a subscriber. Child, she can be a content creator. All of them threw down so beautifully on that show. And I'm looking forward to more episodes of all 4 of them doing what they do. And I really do think that could be a show too. I even looked up the studios of Shoebox Studios, because that was a really well done production. And if they could produce that, I would like to work with them too. But yeah. Oh, no problem. I'm going to get so and see y'all soon. Thanks again. Well, thank you for coming over here, and hopefully you enjoyed yourself. And feel free to come back anytime. Anytime. Much love to you. Have a good one. It's always good to see new people in the chat, and always good to talk to new people and connect and elevate together. So that's good. 10 people here. We reviewed the Shawn Hall, Towanda Braxton, Carlos King interview. It was a really, really good interview. Talked about parenting, talked about dating, and talked about Traci and the Braxtons. It was a really comprehensive overview, and it really, really did. It was a very well done interview. Very well done. I quite enjoyed it, and I didn't feel like this was an incomplete interview. You know how there's some interviews where it's like, damn, there should have been something more. I didn't feel that from this. I felt like this was a whole interview. See you soon. See you soon. See you soon. All right, sounds good. My thoughts sounds good. I think we'll rock it out to probably a two hour, probably 5-minute show, probably 2 hour, 10-minute show, and then we'll head off here. But thank you guys so much for being here. I appreciate y'all. Yes, indeed. I'm trying to think what else would be. I'm trying to think what else would be coming on TV here. So I don't know of anything else really. Do y'all know of anything else coming soon? Like I said, I will be doing election night special here on the YouTube channel. So that'll be a good time, and hopefully we'll make some history on the 5th. I was talking with my family because we all early voted today, and my mom said I'll just tune in on January 6th. Not January 6th, but my Lord, November 6th. And I said that would be ideal, but it probably won't happen because there's going to be a lot of counting to do, and this, that, and third, and so. Yep, we'll definitely be here to do the show. So, or to do the election show. Oh, wait a minute, y'all. 40% off site-wide for 24 hours discount code winning. Hang on a second. Let me do this real quick. That's a huge discount, 40% off. Hang on one second. 40. Where's the percent off? 7th. You die. There we go. Just in case, because 40% off, that's a huge discount, child. Huge discount. But yeah, so I'm glad I'm getting my stuff coming in soon. So that way I can start this new self-care journey. I've been in kind of a mental funk lately. Not like a bad funk, but just trying to figure out what life is for me, where I'm at now, and how to move forward. And my own way, just regular life stuff, y'all. So I hope that this new self-care journey will help out with that. Well, let me get the daily motivator up here. We'll rock it out to 2 hours and 10 minutes here, and then we'll probably head on out and do this here. But this was a great show. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Right here. Here we go. We'll pull up from it. There we go. All right. Come on. There we go. Okay. The Daily Motivator by Ralph Morrison. I'm a great believer in luck. I find the harder I work, the more I have of it. Thomas Jefferson. It's time for Daily Motivator for Wednesday, October 23rd, 2024. Minor inconvenience. Your troubles may seem big and ugly whenever they arrive, but nearly everyone ends up being a minor inconvenience in the context of your whole life. Storms will rage around you and sometimes destroy much of what you've built. Yet nothing outside you can take away the truth, goodness, and integrity with which you live. Consider what would happen if you declared your biggest problem today to be a minor inconvenience. Though you would not be trivializing it, you would gain great power over it and over your own attitude. Provide yourself with some reasonable perspective, and in place of feeling overwhelmed, you suddenly feel empowered. Life often is arbitrary and not particularly fair, yet you can respond to its ups and downs with creativity, innovation, purpose, and determination. By so doing, you regularly transform what would otherwise be major disruptions into minor inconveniences. Right now, you likely have the opportunity to do that once again. Ralph Morrison. I received that minor inconvenience. Oof. Well, sometimes the minor inconveniences can be the most biggest headaches. I'll say that. That's the first thing. So just because it may feel like a minor inconvenience doesn't mean it can't be a headache. It doesn't mean it can't be heavy on you. That's the first thing I would say to you. The second thing I would say to you about a minor inconvenience is that, provide yourself with some reasonable perspective. Try to make sense of where you are. And I know that's easier said than done. I was, adulting is hard, y'all. Adulting is hard. I love the fun side of adulting, but I hate the adulting of adulting. And sometimes, sometimes taking care of responsibilities can be, it can be a lot. And so, recognize to give yourself some perspective of that. Although this is a major responsibility, at least you have it within you to handle it. You know what I mean? So that's the second thing I'm saying about a minor inconvenience. Give yourself some perspective based on where you are. There's probably a way to handle it. And then finally, you would gain great power over it and over your own attitude. They always say your attitude determines your altitude, and how high you go up in life determines how you are able to move or be able to make moves based on your mindset. So your gratitude determines your altitude, and your altitude determines how you move. So the higher you go up, the more you're able to move based on the resources you have. So your own attitude can be your own rise and demise, and I have to recognize that all the time for myself, because trust me, I am not the best at being the most responsible. I feel like I am more scared of what can't happen than I am of my reality. You know what I mean? Because sometimes I think we all escape from our lives in many, many different ways. Some people escape through life through watching TV. Some people escape watching through YouTube. Some people escape shopping. Some people escape through having relations with somebody. Some people, they escape by playing video games. Some people escape by, going to the park. So we all escape in different ways to not deal with our minor inconveniences. Recognize that our altitude really can determine everything. You know what I mean? So yeah. 6 people in the building. Thank you all so much. But yeah, I sincerely enjoyed tonight's show. I hope you guys did as well. Like I said, it was a great interview. Carlos King, well done to you, good sir. You did your job. Now, if you can do the job a little bit, Huntsville, I think that everything will be fine. Some people just really can't stand your ass. But I think we can at least have peace in the valley. But yeah, let me thank everybody again. My thoughts, thank you so much. Houston Foodie 1713, thank you so much. Like, comment, share, subscribe to her Every Small Podcast. Thank you as well. Braxton 25. Thank you so much for being here as well. Helen as well. Going to Beauty, thank you so much as well. And Nikki P, Nicole, good to see you and love you as well. So, but yeah, we are just chilling out here, going to wrap up the show, guys. With that being said, it's time for the best outro on YouTube. Know what you do and do what you know. Never say more special, because you are always more blessed and trust. You may not be where you want to be, but by the end of it, you'll be where you need to be. Do what you've been chosen to do. Why is one thing to call yourself is nothing to be chosen. One love, much love, all love. I have spent time with you. You have spent time with me, and hopefully by spending time together, we're also be great together. Always remember, radio, television, YouTube, living your best life, or you're just recognizing that, hey, listen, just because I may not know what's on the other side doesn't mean I should fight to get to the other side. Oh, wait a minute. Let me breathe in that for a minute. Just because it may be difficult to get to the other side of victory, light and joy doesn't mean that you shouldn't do the work to get there. Woo! Ooh, child, does this bless y'all? Because that certainly blessed me. Let's be still in that for a minute, man, because I know that, I would like to believe that behind all these, screens, right? Behind all these different channels, there is a soul, on the other side of that screen, right? Because really, we are all looking into the same portal, a camera, and we are, talking into the void and hoping that somebody is seeing us, right? So it is terrifying to give up control to a force that you can't see, because I can't see any of y'all. The only way I see y'all is in the live chat. That's it. But I know that on the other side of this, hopefully, is some very good, kind, and very decent people doing the best they can with what they got to get to where they are trying to be. And so, yeah, that really rested with my soul right now. That just really rested with that. Make sure the replay is not just right for you to watch it, not just for you to listen to it, but for you want to experience it again. I love you. I value you. I embrace you all. Always remember, receive love, you got give it, or receive love, you got give it, or receive love, you got give it. Whatever obstacles you have overcome, whatever successes you have achieved upon this particular day, I am extremely proud of you. But if no one else is proud of you, be proud of your damn self. And finally, y'all, listen. It is hump day. Yeah. Make sure if there is any hump in your life, recognize that the only way to get over that hump is not by your emotions, but it's by the work ethic you put into it, okay? So, there you go. Commercial break and fireworks will be coming your way for the day that was. Now, Captain V is into the chat. Now I got to extend the show. See what happens. See what happens when you people show up. How are you, Captain Venus? How are you, my friend? By the way, I think I was telling the people how happy I was for you getting what you got from Melody. I was like, there is no other person that should be a part of the cavalry in that capacity than Captain Venus, because I've said many times that that you have the energy of a moderator. You really do. You have such a dynamic voice and energy that is about protecting what's yours, protecting the people that matter, most of all protecting the energy that brings you joy. So I was like, congratulations. And you know what? Here's the thing too. I don't need to know everything. You know what I mean? But I was like, when you made that announcement, I'm like, very, very well deserved. I did pin the link for anybody that wants to come up. We're just chilling out at this point, y'all. I was going to end the show, but damn it, Captain Venus came through, so I got extended for a little bit. But yes, indeed. So I was not surprised by that great invitation that you got. But yes, indeed. like I said, it really was a good interview. It really, really was a good interview. And Captain Venus, I don't know if you like the Braxtons or not, but the interview with Carlos King was really, really good. It was really, really good. If you do watch it, I think you are going to quite enjoy it. I really, really do. Yes, indeed. Captain Venus, you've done your Real Housewives of Potomac recap yet? I haven't got around to it. I was going to try to do it today, but then, yesterday the Carlos King, Towanda Braxton, and Shawn Holland came out. I'm like, well, damn. Oh, man. Well, it looks like Captain V. Oh, Captain V said, "Hey, Braylon Lee, showing love. Hey, chat. Okay, all good." I thought she was staying in the chat to talk, but all good. Well, at least I got to talk to Captain Venus for a little bit to all y'all. Like I said, in order to get over the hump, make sure that you are, like I always say, don't worry about the obstacle. A lot of people worry about the obstacle or obstacles in front of them. If you don't have the energy for the obstacle or obstacles in front of you, it's not going to matter. So, like I said, commercial break and fireworks coming your way for the day that was, for the day that's coming, for the blessings on the way for you, me, and all of us as a society, as a people, as a culture. I feel the love from all y'all. I send it right back to y'all. I'll be off tomorrow. Unless something happens in the culture that needs to be talked about, and then we'll go live and talk about it. But otherwise, your man, your friend, your family member will be off, okay? Oh, because Jesus, these shows, man, pulling these shows like this is not easy. And like I said, I don't even think this Towanda interview was promoted. I really don't. I didn't see no promotion or anything. But still, either way, it was a great time. One love, much love, all of it. Feel the love and send it right back to you. Good night, everybody.
All day. Yeah, we're working, let me play. You know me, work real hard, now we're ready, let's play. Ay, hustle up, yeah. Ready, set, let's go, yeah. Hustle up, yeah. Ready, set, let's go. Turn it up, turn it up, turn it up, turn it up a little louder. Now get low, come on, drop it to the floor, yeah, drop it to the floor. Turn it up, turn it up, turn it up. Turn it up a little louder. Now get low, come on, drop it to the floor, yeah, drop it to the floor. Turn it up, turn it up, turn it up, turn it up a little louder. Now get low, come on, drop it to the floor, yeah, drop it to the floor. Turn it up, turn it up, turn it up, turn it up a little louder. Now get
triple meal deal. 6 classics, 6 boneless, and 2 tenders with 2 dips and a large fry for just $17.99. Get yours delivered today at Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings.
For Ramirez?
Welcome to the Paris Olympics. Look at my hot girl.
Bonjour.
And that is the Olympics hot girl style.
So it's a winged, fire-breathing, talking horse. Okay.
That is the Olympics.
Olympics?
Olympics.
What are they not getting about this?
Right?
When we start a project, we always start with story. That story is key. So we began with the story of the Waturi people. The myth of the Waturi people is that long ago, they set out on their outrigger canoes looking for a new home. There was a legend that said they could only find this new home with the help of this mini golden-finned fish called kanuku. And they searched across Pacifica and Polynesia, and they visited all these islands. They went to Bali and Tahiti and went as far as Rapa Nui, Easter Island. Along the way, they made friends, collected sort of the culture, and they sailed on and on and on, and they almost to the edge of the world. There, to their amazement, was Kanuku. And she turned to the people and said, "You are ready." Turned and swam away. They followed, and within a day, they caught sight of this smoking mountain on the horizon, which was Volcano Bay. And it was pristine, beautiful, lush, everything that they would want in a home. And that's the backstory that informs everything we do in our design. The idea here is to create the best experience. We know what our guests want. They want the thrill and excitement of our theme parks, but they also want a place where they can relax and chill out and feel pampered. Nobody wants to stand in line. And so we said, let's get rid of them. Nobody wants to carry rafts up a ride tower all the way to the top. So we said, let's do that for you. Exhilaration, excitement, and relaxation. That's what you're going to get at Volcano Bay.
Power 923 Jams and the Arkansas Minority Health Commission encourages you to take the COVID-19 vaccine to help keep you and your loved ones safe. Involved in our community, the People Station, Power 923 Jams. KIPR Pine Bluff, Little Rock, KFOG, Little Rock, a Cumulus Media Station. And now, back to the jams. Hip-hop. Drake.
Girls want girls where I'm from. Yeah, well, girls want girls where I'm from.
R&B. J. Howell.
Just 'cause I love you and you love me.
And now, bumping back-to-back continuous music with another fresh new jam. Heard here first on the People Station, Power 923 Jams.
Welcome to the scene, it's 3 with the team, we ain't keeping it clean. Sipping hot, pinky out, you know what I mean? Sassy T, dropping bombs, get ready to scream. Little Paulette, she in between, like the middle sister or the referee. Last but not least, we got Braylon Lee, he in the mix, taking us on a virtual spree. Love, laugh, talk, it's a whole new reality. Get ready for the vibes, cause this party's a masterpiece. That's right, it's 3 with the team. 3 with the team. And if you wanna be no, and if you wanna be no, and if you wanna be like a middle sister, and if you wanna be no. Hey, it's party time. Welcome to the scene. It's 3 with the T, and we ain't keeping it clean. Sipping hot, pinky out. You know what I mean? Sassy T, dropping bombs, get ready to scream. Little Paulette, she in between, like the middle sister or the referee. Last but not least, we got Braylon Lee. He in the mix, taking us on a virtual spree. Love, laugh, talk, it's a whole new reality. Get ready for the vibes, cause this party's a masterpiece. That's right, it's 3 with the T.
How's the gas?
I feel great. I love you, and I love you. And to show my love, guess what? On Tuesday, November 16th, I'm gonna give everybody everywhere free tacos.
You sure you want to do that?
Absolutely. You have good hair.
Get 2 of Jack's delicious classic tacos absolutely free when you come into Jack in the Box Tuesday, November 16th.
Ooh, that's a big tooth.
Get 2 free tacos Tuesday, November 16th at Jack in the Box.
Welcome to Copeland's.
Copeland's is not just some fancy place for your big night out. In fact, there's no occasion too big. Or if you like, too small. Copeland's. There's always something good.
Sweet boy and blue, one look at you, and it was plain to see you were my best value. I come from Memphis. Our son is your son. Welcome to the celebration. We always got that. Don't you leave here to go for happiness. I want you to leave here to show
Things have been a little quiet around here. We've missed the fun. We've missed the excitement. We've missed the entertainment. We've missed the nightlife. But most of all, we've missed you. We're getting ready. Caesar's Rewards. We can't wait to welcome you back.
I finally did it. Popeye's new chicken sandwich. I've been trying to make the perfect chicken sandwich forever.
How does that make you feel?
You know me. It had to be just right. Finding a bun as good as my chicken was not easy. I mean, I did it, obviously.
I think we've made a lot of progress here. I feel great. Good talk. I'm proud of you.
My new chicken sandwich is buttermilk battered and served on toasted brioche. Try it in spicy or classic.
Love that chicken from Popeyes.
This is for all you multi-talented, multitasking, multi-everything people out there. Take it away.
Find your glory, write your story. Fearless feet will carry you. Time you own it, take your moment. Be a fire burning through. Hustling from night until morning. Grinding it out, it won't be long. Feel your power, it's your hour. You inspire, you are strong.
Enjoy your Zola. No applause? You're all fired.
Now that you've reached the stage in your life where quality television is important, Nubian TV is a black network that speaks to your lifestyle. Nubian TV is the world's first digital network devoted to the upscale and political lifestyles of black people. Nubian TV's programming includes politics, travel, fashion, food, automotive, arts and culture, civil rights, music, and more. Watch now on Amazon Fire TV, Roku, or watch globally at nubiantv.net. Nubian TV, it's what you want to watch.
I got a question for you. What does this city know about luxury? Huh? What does a town that's been to hell and back know about the finer things in life? Well, I'll tell you. More than most. You see, it's the hottest fires that make the hardest steel. add hard work and conviction, and the know-how that runs generations deep in every last one of us. That's who we are. That's our story. Now, it's probably not the one you've been reading in papers, the one being written by folks who've never even been here and don't know what we're capable of. Because when it comes to luxury, it's as much about where it's from as who it's for. Now, we're from America, but this isn't New York City, or the Windy City, or Sin City, and we're certainly no one's Emerald City.
This is the Motor City, and this is what we do.
Come with me if you want to live a more delicious life.
Oh, maybe we should get in the van.
In this world, we don't get to control much. The past, male pattern baldness.
What yeast?
Got one right now. The urge to puff that bubble wrap. But there is one thing we do get to choose every single day: what we eat. Welcome to the Sonic Department of Research and Deliciousment. We have everything you want, didn't know you wanted, and some things you didn't know were possible. Because we believe if you're not having fun, you're not living free. So come on, let's live a little.
Hey, good morning, America. Good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
Money! Are you ready? They are ready. Covering the biggest events in the country right now.
There's a lot going on here.
It's always a good time. That's what the show's about.
That's good. Really good. Very good. Coming in hot, Jimmy, coming in hot.
It's far from elementary.
Oh.
Good morning, America. I'm not going to try to strut like Michael or anything.
I have known George a long, long time.
Have you ever gotten him to dance?
Look at that face.
You don't just see it, you feel it.
I'm in.
I'm in. I'm in.
I'm in too. I'll be here.
I am here and so happy. I'm in. I'm in too.
I'm in. That tells you something when Snoop Dogg's in. Michael, George, Lara, Ginger.
Open your eyes.
Think of the one place you've always wanted to see.
Where our magic comes from? They say if you dream a thing more than once, please, 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 it's sure to come true.
Everything you see exists together in the great circle of life.
There are stories about what happened.
It's true. All of it.
In every job that must be done, there is an element of fun. I told you she was tricky.
Life is full of possibilities. What do you want to be remembered for?
The world is in our hands, and we gotta do something with it.
I just want to say a word of thanks to all the artists, the workers, and all of you. The young and the young in heart. You helped make this dream come true.
I thought I should tell you they've been talking about you.
Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you. And you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner. I thought I should tell you they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you. And you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner. I thought I should tell you they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you. And you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner.
Caesar. Just look at him. Politician. General. Author. Ruler. Man. Legend has it, he's not only stared into the belly of the beast, he's had it for dinner. Here he's free to relax, or party, or relax, or party, or relax, and party. His is a world of opulence, excess, and the occasional impulse buy. Not one to rest on his laurels, he's famous for ushering in a new age of entertainment. So, for anyone seeking a place where the sun never sets on a good time, all this awaits.
I am Caesar, and I approve this palace.